Hello YouTube, this is Necrostevo and you're watching my 44th narrated Wi-Fi battle. I feel like I have to think of the number for these things. Each time I go to narrate it, I should really just look it up before I start talking. But I hope you all are having a great day. I have kind of a different battle here. This is a battle I had against one of my friends, Bear. This battle was really fun. It's indicative of how I will battle just about anyone as long as I have fun. So I just kind of grabbed random things out of my boxes to go up against his in-game team and on his Pokemon Black cartridge. With that being the case, we couldn't set the levels because otherwise they had to be at level 50 or above level 50 go down for the flat level, or otherwise it would just be free level. But he started off with Temple, and I started off with Sigilyph. And I just whirlwind him out to see what he wanted to bring into Sigilyph. And he goes out into Semi-Sage, and I thought I could outspeed him for some reason. He just kills me with Bite. So, that was kind of unfortunate. These types of battles really kind of remind me of two trainers literally just meeting each other out on some route somewhere and then going, alright, let's do a full 6-on-6 battle, and whoever loses has to hand over half of the Pokédollars or whatever. But I switched out into Pharaoh Seed knowing that he only probably has Bite and maybe Seed Bomb or something, and I'm able to set up some spikes on his side of the field. And knowing that the fire attack will probably kill me, I switch out to Slowbro. And while Slowbro is a great thing to have, I think its only attacking move is Confusion. Which is kind of funny in my opinion. Because I think this is one I left in the daycare for a while, so it lost a lot of its good moves from Slowpoke. Anyways though, Semi-Sage comes back out and gets hit by Confusion, I believe. Which is fine. I get a little bit of stab damage off on Semi-Sage. And I knew that he did have Bite. I do get a crit. It didn't really matter right there. I did not want Slowbro to take a Bite, even though I have good HP stat and good defense. But he goes for Seed Bomb. That worked out better for him because now I don't think he takes Iron Barb damage from touching Pharaoh Seed. So he's going to switch out again. I figured he'd go back into Pignite, and I think the only attacking move I had on Pharaoh Seed was Tackle. So Tackle and Spikes. Go for it. Oh, well, Stealth Rock, yay. But, if you get tackled by something that thorny, it should really hurt. And it still really irks me to this day that Pharaoh Seed in its animation spins around and it can't be bred Rapid Spin or anything. That really doesn't make sense to me. I go out into my Panpour to take the expected fire move, but it does a crap ton and then he just finishes me off with Arm Thrust. I really thought I'd be faster, but I don't think any of the Pokemon I use are EV trained. They're all Pokemon that are either freshly caught or I left them in the daycare and they just leveled up from me breeding other things, trying to either pass on egg moves or just pass on nature of some sort. So I bring out Dugtrio. I think Dugtrio's only attacking move is Sucker Punch. He may have Sand Attack and some other moves, but he's not nearly as threatening as Dugtrio otherwise would be. Okay, he has Earth Power, so that's not even as useful as Dig, because Dig would be physical, Earth Power is special. But I am able to finish off Temple, so that works out. I really don't like having to deal with that Pignite. That has been a really big issue on his side of the team. So he brings back out Semi-Sage. I thought he actually might outspeed me since his Dugtrio has no speed EVs that I know of. And I go back on into Pharaoh Seed, hoping that he'll try to Bite or something, but he just goes for Seed Bomb again. Fine by me. It's a good thing that I grabbed Ferrothorn, because I really did just grab a bunch of random things out of the boxes. Ferrothorn doesn't even have Eviolite or anything. None of my Pokemon have items, I don't think. And he goes out into Solosis as I tackle. I guess maybe he just wanted a free switch in later, because he is going to die to the entry hazards with Semi-Sage when he comes back in. So he goes for Psychic, which is a good move. He doesn't have to touch me, and even at the base form, Solosis has decent special attack. And I don't really want Pharaoh Seed dying because I need something to stand up to some of his other Pokemon. And so I go on to Wynai as he sets up a Light Screen, which works out because I'm not going to be using any special attacks for a little while. And I figured he'd go and attack me, and that is the best time to use Mirror Coat. I've actually never trained and used a Wobbuffet before. If I did, I would use the female version because the female ones have lipstick. And that's kind of entertaining to me for some reason. I don't really know why. But fortunately, Wynot's high HP stat is able to knock him out as the Mirror Coat reflects it right back. He brings in Semi-Sage briefly as he steps on spikes and immediately faints. And then he goes out into Sandile, who also gets hurt by the entry hazards. I think without the entry hazards, I would have been at a severe disadvantage, because even if he doesn't have EV train specifically on his Pokemon, they've all been battling things as he's been going through the game. So he has more EVs than something that hasn't been battling anything at all. He does outspeed and go for Bite. I didn't want to bring Slowbro in on Bite. And I just go out into Slowbro here. Not really sure what to do because I think all I had was Confusion. But I was hoping he'd switch out thinking that I had the Water move. But I just went for Growl, which is good because now his Bite's not going to do anything. And that means I can switch back out to Pharaoh Seed and make him take some Iron Barb damage from biting down on something that's as spiky as a Pharaoh Seed. So that is what happens. I really like Sandow's design. Sandow is one of the Pokemon that they revealed very early on. And I still haven't trained a Crocodile. I would like to train one, but I haven't been able to think of something for it to do other than just be Scarf, the Revenge Killer type thing. And that's kind of boring, but his move pool is pretty shallow. So I don't know, I need to think about that a little more. But he goes out into Pignite as I use Tackle and I get a crit. That actually may have mattered because he's switching into the entry hazard damage and he basically just lost another switch in, I think. Because after the Iron Barbs, he's going to die to the Spikes and the Stealth Rocks if he switches out. So he kills me with the Heat Crash. He goes out. I go out into my Slowbro because I can, just easily Psychic and kill something. But he brings back out, I'm not Psychic, Confusion. I'm thinking normal tier. He brings back out Sandile, and I can't do anything with Confusion. I think I stayed in and kept going for Confusion, hoping that he would switch out, expecting me to switch moves. But I think at that point he becomes privy to the fact that I don't have anything besides Confusion to use. I think I had Growl and Withdraw and Confusion, or maybe Amnesia. Not very useful Slowbro right there. He doesn't even have Regeneration. So I go back on the Dugtrio, hoping that the Bite won't do very much to me, and then hopefully I can just attack it. I figured the Sucker Punch would do more than the Earth Power, because Sucker Punch is at least coming off of his physical attack, instead of his crappy special attack, and maybe the Earth Power may have KO'd, taking a little bit of unnecessary Bite damage right there, but that's okay. Dugtrio is what he is. I want to train another one of those too. Every time I see a Dugtrio, I think of the image where it shows the different bodies of each Dugtrio underneath the ground. If you haven't seen that, don't worry about it, because it's the type of thing after you see it once, you can't unsee it really. And then whenever I see a Diglett, I think of the massive Diglett where it shows him coming up out of the ground and going, "Come at me, bro." That is an awesome picture. Do look that up if you are curious, because that is a great picture. Don't worry about the Dugtrio picture. That one's a little bit weird. His Rajan rollout falls to my Dugtrio. It may have been wise in there somewhere to go for Earth Power, but I figured he was attacking me. Why not just keep going for Sucker Punch? And then Pignite comes out. I think he just dies to the entry hazards, and that's exactly what happens. And Dugtrio, I believe, was my last Pokemon besides Slowbro. So that was actually kind of a close match. As impromptu and as random as it was, I did enjoy it. And for you all, if you're just coming on my channel, don't get too alarmed. I don't do random matches like these all the time. My point is that I have fun whenever I'm playing. So to all you guys out there, if you're getting too serious, remember that it is a game, and your Pokemon will thank you when they're having fun too. And I may have taken that a little bit too far in making Pokemon more humanized. But anyways, I hope you all had a great day. I hope you all enjoyed my content, and I hope you all continue to enjoy it. Bye now.